today, guys, is my second episode of Saturday Morning Makes. And Saturday Morning Make is hosted by Jillian Norwood Designs Greenwood Girl Cards. So anyone could partake in this. So if you're interested in partaking, hop on over to her channel and check her out. And she also has that information on how you could partake in this. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you some spring cards that I created. So if you're interested in seeing that, please do stick around. So if you're new to my channel, my name is Claudette with MsPuff Creative Corner. So let's jump in to my projects. So I am featuring the printed paper by Echo Park, and this is called Spring Fling, and this was in 2019. And the kit contains 12 by 12 double-sided papers and one 12 by 12 element sticker. So let me bring in the first card that I created. And this is the card here that I created. So this was the printed paper here. And I used some white cardstock. I embossed that white cardstock. And I use this embossing folder here, and this is called Tasteful Textile, and this is by Stampin' Up. So I don't know if you could see that, but let me bring that white up a little bit so you could see the texture on that. And to create this shape, I used the Tailor Tag Punch. And so you could see this is a totally different shape, and how I came about to get the smaller shape is, and this punch is by Stampin' Up. You want to cut a strip. I cut this to 1.5 inches, and then what I did is I brought it in here just in the middle section, and let me turn it this way. And just eyeball it so you could have an even space to the top there and then to the bottom. And then I just punch. So you get that hexagon shape. I also did stamp background here. I took, let's see. I took this stamp right here, which is like a background stamp. And the stamp set Game On is by Stampin' Up, and that is retired. And I stamp that right here. This was one of the stickers from the Echo Park pack. And I went ahead and stuck that on some cardstock because the back of it is sticky, and I popped it up with some dimensionals. I add this little butterfly, this gold butterfly right there. That is by Stampin' Up too as well, and they are called brush brass butterflies. So they have that smaller size and then the larger size. I add some twine around my top layer. Then in the inside, I emboss this with some stitching dies. And so this stitch dies is by Stampin' Up, and it's called Stitch with Whimsy dies. And these are really beautiful. So you have all these dies here, and they create stitching around. And it comes with 6 pieces and different sizes. So this was a leftover piece when I created my hexagon, and I just stuck that right there. And let me just bring it up closer so you could see the stitching. And I didn't add a layer here, so the stitching is on the back too as well. And I thought that was a nice, cool look to design the back of my card. And I went ahead and stamped Made with Love. And that Made with Love stamp, I got it from this stamp set, and this is Crafting Forever, and this is a retired stamp set by Stampin' Up. And I hope you like that card. I think it came out pretty cute. So next I did this card right here, and I wanted to do a quilting design. So this took a little bit of work to do, but I enjoy doing it. So it could be tedious for some people. So I have it layered on top of this green, on top of some white. I put some pink printed paper. This is from Stampin' Up. I wanted to continue with the theme of the pink, the blue, green, and the yellow, or the mustard color, a little bit of red in all the cards that I've created. I also add a piece of ribbon right here, and it was from this ribbon right here. It's pretty thick. I don't remember the name of this. I think this came in a double pack, and this is also by Stampin' Up, but it's retired. And as you could see, I added my little butterflies there. And after I created my quilt, I went ahead and run that through an embossing folder. I'm not sure if you could see that it's embossed. This is the embossing folder that I use. It's called Tin Tile, and this is retired. This is by Stampin' Up too as well. So if you're interested in learning how to do this quilt, you could go ahead and check out, I checked out Jennifer Cerezo. I think that's how she pronounces her name. Or if you're interested in me doing a video on how to create that quilt, I'll be happy to do that. Just list it down in the comment section. And this is also a sticky in the pack, and I added again to cardstock. I add this little flower right there. And the base of my card is embossed. And I embossed this with this. So this is a embossing folder by Stampin' Up, and it's a 3D. See how thick it is? And it's called the Subtle Embossing Folder. So on this, if you take a close look, I embossed the whole card. The base of the card, I just run the whole thing through the Subtle Embossing Folder. So the whole base card is embossed, and this quilted section is 1, 2, 3 layers, and I also popped it up on some dimensionals back here. Then in the inside, I did the same, used the same die to get that stitching edge. And I add another sticker from the Echo Park, and those bouquet of flowers. Then to the back, I stamped that Made with Love, and I try to keep within the color theme. Next, I created this card right here, and this one I use a larger piece of the printed paper, and I embossed that. I'm not sure if you could see that I embossed it. And I can't remember the name of this embossing folder, but this is by Stampin' Up too as well. I need to start putting the names on top of them. But you could see that beautiful design. This is retired. And I went ahead and stamped and cut out these ferns. And this, I stamped it, this from this set right here is called Forever Fern, and this is by Stampin' Up. This is current. They also have the dies to go with that stamp, and I used the die to cut out that gold or mustard color fern right there. And then these little twigs, white twigs right there, I got it from The Celebrate flower has a die set that goes with it, and I use these to cut those out. I really love this stamp set, the Celebrate Sunflowers. Cute. So now I add some twine right there, and this is one of Live Life in Full Bloom. So this is one of the stickers from the Echo pack, and then I add this on top of this banner sticker. So it was just a strip that gingham pink and white, and I just add those fishtails there to it on the sides, and you could see my little gold little butterflies, or brass little butterflies. I add a couple of those, and then I had a little bunny rabbit down here. Me and a group of my friends a couple years ago, we created some Easter projects, Easter cards, and they had these cutouts here, and I don't remember which company that was from, but I had a lot of the cutouts left over. And then I did the stitching here too as well. And so I added this cute little butterfly here to the top. And later on I'll fill in the sentiment in the inside. Then here to the back, I stamped that Made with Love. I add a bunny here because then I had a little smudge there, so I had to cover that up, right? So that was, when you make a mistake or mess it up, it's always room for embellishments, right? And that is that card. So with that, I created a little tag to match with it. And this is like a cute little mason jar. And I used, so they had the jar of love and everyday jar. So they had the jar, and then they had the dies to go with it. And this is by Stampin' Up, but this one is Retire. I think they have a new jar punch, which punches are good, but this is just a cute set here. So I used that to create this jar, and I used the same printed paper, and this little sticky, I like it because you have that mustardy color yellow and the little red in there. It's the little things in life. I add one of my brass butterflies here, and I had a leftover heart in my kit, and that has some stickles on top of it. I add some twine, and then I add some twine, and Stampin' Up has this gingham yellow and white ribbon. I just love that. It's cute. And to the back here, you could see I use one of those stitched dies, and the smaller of the set. It comes with 6. Let me see if it'll focus. And you could write to and from to the back of that. And what I did is I had used some cardboard from the box, or the cornflakes, the cereal boxes. I cut an extra one of the die so this could be nice and firm. And I cut an extra one of the printed paper and added to the back so you don't see the cardboard. Then also I designed the envelope flap, so this would be able to match my card, and I think that would be a cute set to give someone for their birthday. You know, you just add this to the package. So if you guys got any creative value from this video today, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. And if you like what you saw here today, go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as the bell icon so you could be notified when I upload my latest videos. So let me bring in all of the projects that I created. I'm going to list the current products in the description box down below if you're interested in that. So these are my projects that I created for spring. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is Claudette, and I'll catch you guys on my next video.